Massive celebrations amongst Syrians in western cities as Bashar al-Assad was finally overthrown. In Manchester, in London, in Vienna, in Dortmund, and in Chicago.
The celebration that took place here in Congress Plaza today can only be described as an outpouring of pent-up emotion.
So, I guess they're all going back home now, right? You know, to help rebuild their country.
We've reclaimed Damascus, Damascus being the capital of Syria. Yeah, I understand. So the entire country is free now.
So is it free now?
We are free now.
So, finally. So now does that mean all you go back to Syria now?
The economic situation isn't good.
Okay.
Wait, what did he say?
So does that mean all you go back to Syria now?
The economic situation isn't good.
Okay.
Oh, probably not going back home then. Free Syria, Assad is a dog. My family had to flee Assad. Okay, Assad's out, back to Syria you go. No, this is unfair, no, don't send me back to Syria, my life is ruined. I'm not a Syrian refugee anymore, I'm Syrian, just Syrian. Cool, when are you leaving? So with Assad gone, who exactly is taking over Syria? Because the legacy media seems really excited over it. And since when have they been wrong in the past? It's basically Al-Qaeda in suits. Call it technocratic jihad, led by this man, Abu Muhammad al-Jalani. No, my mistake, as of last week he's calling himself Ahmed al-Sharaa. It's all part of a bold rebrand, which according to the BBC is partly centred around al-Sharaa reinventing himself by wearing a more Western-style wardrobe. Yes, he may have been a member of Al-Qaeda and ISIS. He may have been groomed and mentored by Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi, the former leader of ISIS. He may have formed the Al-Nusra Front, an offshoot of Al-Qaeda and ISIS. He may have pledged allegiance to Al-Qaeda. He may have sworn an oath to Osama bin Laden. He may have been radicalised to follow jihad by 9/11. He may have planted roadside IEDs in Iraq to kill US troops. He may be the head of a group, HTS, which is designated by the UN, US, UK and other countries as a terrorist organisation, with the US placing a $10 million bounty on his head. But hey, last week he declared diversity is a strength, and he started saying nice things while ditching the scary camo fatigues. So, you know, people can change, I guess. According to CNN, the transition from radical jihadist to peace-loving revolutionary can be achieved by just shaving your beard a bit and putting on a blazer. Or as the BBC describes it, moderate jihad.
الولايات المتحدة وغيرها تقول أنت كنت جزء من منظمات عملت هذا الشيء، قتل المدنيين والتهجير وغيرها.
يعني أنا لم أفعل هذا الشيء يعني، فكان نصيبي أن أساق إلى مكان معين يعني مع حالة الوعي وصغر السن في ذاك الوقت وكذا.
I mean, who can honestly say that when they were young and stupid, they weren't a member of a jihadist group that killed civilians? We've all been there. People can change. Have you heard that the flavoured air category is quickly becoming the leading alternative to vaping and smoking? It's a whole new movement towards better habits, led by the sponsor of today's video, Fume. Fume works by ditching the void a bad habit can leave. This award-winning flavoured air device has no vapour, meaning you can use it anywhere, contains no nicotine so it's not addictive, and uses non-toxic flavours in its cores, making it the perfect guilt-free alternative, and all at a cost of 1/3 of your existing bad habit. Physiology shows that stopping a bad habit with cold turkey is very hard on your brain. Fume works by replacing your hand-to-mouth fixation, calming nervous tension through fidgeting, and distracting you from your bad habit with delicious flavour. Flavours like my personal favourite, spearmint ice. Ooh, that is indeed spearminty fresh. Christmas is just around the corner, and many of your friends and loved ones will be heading into the new year making resolutions to improve their health and lifestyle. So if you're looking for a gift that's unique, genuinely helpful, and also super useful, why not help someone break their bad habit by giving them the gift of Fume? No batteries, no cables, nothing to charge, and a sleek, high-quality design that anyone will love unboxing. You can also slip on the new chewable Fume topper for a softer, warmer feel. So instead of spending your hard-earned cash on some piece of junk that no one appreciates or wants, give them something that promotes wellness in a fun, enjoyable way. This holiday season, you can give the gift of better habits with Fume. Just head to tryfume.com/PJW and use code PJW PJW to get a free fume topper when you order a journey pack. It's the perfect addition to make your gift even more special. And if you're lucky during this holiday season, you could even win one of Fume's limited edition gold-plated devices. Again, that's tryfume.com/PJW. Or just scan the QR code on screen to grab yours now and make someone's holiday unforgettable. Remember, all these freedom fighters in Syria want to fly planes into our buildings. Now those freedom fighters, some of whom are statistically certain to be terrorists, are being freed from prison en masse and told to go where they please.
لا تخافي اختي لا تخافي معك كبروا 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 يلا يلا عمي الشعب صارت لنا روحوا وين ما بدكم.
What could possibly go wrong? Should we really be that bothered about the fact that supporters of groups whose militants have repeatedly slipped through Western borders to carry out mass casualty atrocities now have access to... Checks notes. Vast stockpiles of munitions, including chemical weapons, armoured fighting vehicles, combat planes and missiles. Should that really concern us? After all, he did shave his beard a bit, and the UK government, after the rebels toppled Assad, suddenly declared that they're no longer terrorists anyway. It's moderate jihad. So I guess that now Syria is free and under the control of diversity-loving jihadist rebels, there's no need for any more Western military involvement. Right?
U.S. forces conducted dozens of precision strikes.
Those strikes hitting more than 75 ISIS targets, including camps, leaders, and operatives. The White House hoping to prevent a resurgence by the terror group in the region.
Oh. So it's fantastic that a group affiliated with ISIS took over the country, but now we're bombing ISIS to prevent ISIS from taking over the country. Alright, that makes sense. And now Lindsey Graham says a ground incursion by US troops is imperative. Oh, still at least we've got fairly recent historical examples to assure us that when Middle Eastern dictators fall, everything normally turns out to be just peachy, like in Iraq and Libya. Oh. Now, despite legacy media assurances of a smooth transition, different rebel factions are already fighting with each other, while in Western cities they're squabbling on the streets. For every scene the media highlights of a few hundred people celebrating in a central square, there are many more thousands of families huddled and fearful in their homes, not knowing what entity or Islamist faction controls the checkpoint around the block. And as for Syria's 30,000 Christians who remain in the country...
In this village in Syria, they still speak the same language of Jesus Christ from biblical times. I'm here in Malula, where they speak Aramaic, and linguists believe this town is most similar to the original language due to its isolation in the Syrian mountains. This is what it sounds like.
أنا وبالجرجورة مخويل نمرحب بونكون وخاصة هشكون.
Roughly 10% of Syrians are Christians, and Syria was actually a Christian majority before being conquered by Muslim Arabs.
Well, they should be just fine. After all, it's only Sharia light. It's only moderate jihad. Right? If you value what I do and you want to help support me, please visit pauljosephwatson.locals.com and either pledge a one-time donation or subscribe to join my community, get early access videos, and message me directly. And exclusive live streams coming soon too. Promise. Check out the Locals link down in the description. And don't forget to take a look at the brand new website, modernity.news. That's where you'll find all my content, including exclusive articles. That's modernity.news.